Between a flooded river and a hunter, the safest direction is straight ahead. Hours earlier, Hell Creek wakes as a warm forest shaped by moving water. This adult Triceratops carries several tons of strength beneath a forest canopy. Its beak can crop tough growth, while broad teeth process each mouthful. Still water can become warm and stagnant, even across a humid floodplain. Higher ground links feeding places separated by old channels and wet hollows. Floods renew the understory, but they also erase familiar paths through it. Other herbivores are already using the broadest route toward flowing water. Fresh tracks reveal a route without proving why its makers chose it. Moist air now releases another pulse of rain across the low floodplain. A low body offers stability, but open ground gives little shelter. Runoff has cut across the old trail, turning memory into an incomplete map. Great weight is defensive power, yet dangerous on a collapsing bank. Another giant has crossed this levee since the rain began. Tyrannosaurus shared this floodplain, but every encounter carried uncertain costs. Horns, beak, frill, posture, and mass turn this herbivore into dangerous prey. The predator tests an angle, the Triceratops denies it. The miss leaves the hunter beside the very weapons it tried to bypass. A dangerous target has made the next attempt more expensive. The same flood that blocked the route now reveals a possible crossing. Defense has bought distance, not safety. The river must finish the separation. Flowing water restores the distance that horns alone could not guarantee. Fresh growth repays the crossing, while vigilance remains part of every meal. The floodplain reconnects as quickly as it divides, gathering giants along its channels. Here, survival means reading a world that the river never stops rewriting. For a herd this large, a river can become both road and barrier. Earlier that morning, rain has refreshed the forest, but not every pool within it. Even the smallest lives register the approach of giants. 8 Edmontosaurus arrive together, 5 adults and 3 animals nearing full size. Broad beaks crop plants, dense tooth batteries process each mouthful behind them. Staying among larger bodies may reduce risk, but it also concentrates demand. A large herd can exhaust the easiest forage long before the water disappears. Beyond the still oxbow, moving water marks a corridor of renewed growth. Their bodies open a route that smaller members can use at lower cost. Each footfall briefly reshapes the world beneath the canopy. Hadrosaur limbs permit different postures as terrain and speed change. River paths concentrate travelers, and every track records another claim on limited space. A solitary Triceratops is using the same strip of firm ground. Neither side needs a fight, each needs room to pass. Yielding the narrow crest preserves the herd without surrendering its destination. The encounter ends through spacing, not force. Rain falling upstream is now arriving here as stronger, deeper flow. The direct bank route is failing beneath its own saturated weight. Higher ground costs distance, but keeps several tons of animal away from collapsing mud. Small flows reveal slope, connecting the forest floor to the river below. Upstream, a gravel bar divides one dangerous crossing into 2 shorter decisions. The visible stones offer traction, but depth still matters. The adults enter first, turning separate bodies into a moving barrier against the flow. Behind the adult's mass, the current loses enough force for balance to return. Once balance returns, the herd completes the dangerous half of the crossing together. Below the giants, fish and turtles use the same shifting margins at another scale. The herd is whole, and the remaining channel is shallower. Across the river, fresh growth repays the risk without guaranteeing tomorrow. Water has divided the landscape, yet group movement has kept these animals together. Their tracks join older paths, written by other giants sharing the river forest. Before its owner appears, the forest records the passage of enormous weight. Ankylosaurus is built low, broad, and heavy, an animal shape to resist force. Its armor protects the surface, but every step must still carry the body beneath it. A broad muzzle may have suited low, relatively non-selective browsing across dense vegetation. Overnight rain is still moving downhill, and the lowest feeding ground will not remain open. Higher ground offers food and footing, but the familiar route is already changing. A storm-felled tree has erased the easiest line through the forest. Strength cannot move the trunk, so the animal chooses the firmer edge instead. Osteoderms protect the skin while a flexible covering allows the body to move beneath them. Beyond the fallen tree, runoff has turned the forest floor into a shifting mosaic. Floodwater connects pools, relocates small animals, and conceals the strength of the ground below. Armor cannot prevent sinking, survival depends on where the animal places its weight. Exposed roots reveal a firmer path hidden beneath the brown water. The armor sheds rain, but the storm continues to weaken every root around it. The fall closes the route behind, higher ground is now the only practical direction. Firm ground solves one problem, but a fresh track announces another user of the levee. Tyrannosaurus finds no small victim here, but hunger still demands an assessment. The safest defense is not pursuit, but keeping the dangerous end toward the threat. The predator searches for an angle where armor and tail cannot answer together. The missed bite leaves the predator close to the very weapon it hoped to avoid. A strike need not land, its reach can make another attempt too costly. With footing deteriorating and no easy target exposed, the predator abandons the test. The danger has passed, but the journey ends only where firm ground and food meet. At last, elevation has preserved both stable footing and a fresh layer of food. The route is won not by armor alone, but by caution, leverage, and repeated decisions. Across Hell Creek, every large animal reads the same rivers through a different body. Armor is not invincibility, only one enduring answer among many in the forests of Hell Creek.